I could be wrong, but that sounds a lot like the underwater level in Mario Brothers. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're doing well. I'm Andy. I'm a guitar player. Marcin Patrzalek, the young Polish guitar virtuoso who wowed everybody recently at the age of, I believe, 18 or 19, has called out Ichika Nito, one of the biggest guitar players on YouTube. And they have performed together a competition of acoustic versus electric guitar. Now, I have never claimed to be a music expert. Until now, I am a music expert. And today, I am going to decide the winner. Which instrument is better? Now, for this competition, I have chosen to use this semi-hollow body guitar, which works both as an electric guitar and it also works as an acoustic guitar. Just much, much worse. But I do play a lot of acoustic guitar, and I'm a tremendous fan of acoustic guitar. And if you've watched any of my videos, most of them involve me playing an acoustic guitar. Okay, so I'm not biased in any one direction. I love the acoustic, I love the electric, okay? I also really love Ichika Nito's channel. I'm a big fan of his YouTube channel and his music in general. And I don't know very much about Marcin, but I am becoming a big fan of his because he's clearly so incredibly talented. Beat going. Okay, hold on, before we go too far. First things first, both of them just have this absolutely rapid-fire style, but they slow everything down enough so you can hear the arpeggiated chords, you can hear each note, each pinched harmonic, each time that they do one of those incredibly fast little pull-offs. When you have a pick, you have a lot more options in terms of creating sound with the string. But when you don't have a pick, you have a lot more options with creating sound with the actual body of the guitar. Okay, so just looking at the situation we have here, look at the recording situation that Marcin has set up for himself. He has both his line into his acoustic, we can see here. We also have, looks like a ribbon, it looks like we have multiple mics. My guess is they're placed very, very specifically, even though he's kind of moving around the space. So that's going to capture all the acoustics of his percussive playing, because he's basically hitting that guitar like a tom-tom. And yes, they're adding bass to it, but he gets a good bass sound to it. But he's just doing these fun little melodies, establishing a fun little melody. He plays the top of the guitar like a drum, but he also plays the fretboard like a drum. His fingers land on the strings on the fretboard in the same way that they would land on a drum. So when he hammers on, it's really loud. When he does the tapping, it's really deliberate, so you know what he's doing. It's really kind of, I mean, he's showing off, as he should be. Then the polar opposite. Okay, but what I love about it is just melodically how they mimic each other. Both of them are playing around with sliding these chords up the neck. Marcin with the D sharp 7th, and we can see Ichika kind of one-ups him here by doing it twice with the E minor 7th flat 5. and some diminished chord that I'm not going to be able to figure out. Ichika's very also aware visually of what you're looking at, okay? He almost doesn't move. We don't ever see his head. He's wearing almost like a kind of comically engulfing sweater. It just looks like his hands are kind of appearing out of space and time. He's very still. He's got the beautiful wooden bench he's sitting on. Look even at his fretboard, which almost blends in directly with the bench. A very kind of placid, peaceful, Japanese, serene vibe about his playing. Marcin has made the choice to really draw attention to those things and make them kind of explosive parts of his performance. Ichika kind of blends it in. He just kind of, it really seems like he wants it to come across as a much more kind of uniform kind of sound. The other thing about electric guitars, when we add distortion, it hides a lot of mistakes. It'll hide a lot of kind of imprecise playing if you have a whole bunch of reverb on there too. Now he has reverb on, he has effects on, but it's largely a clean, unbroken signal. So you can hear he's not making any mistakes. Even though he's hitting these incredibly subtle little runs and things with both of his hands, he's doing so very, very seamlessly, and it's created this kind of uniform feel to the song. Whoa! Okay, hold on. I could be wrong, but that sounds a lot like the underwater level in Mario Brothers. He's really got to hit it hard, and you can really hear the thud of his finger as he's doing that octave exercise there. Now I know Marcin, I believe, is Polish, but I actually hear some kind of Balkan kind of themes even in here, Balkan funk. I mean, it's a hip-hop beat, it's a funky beat. I love how they both come in over top with their own like version of a topper in their own way. Ichika does it by adding all these little 32nd notes and 16th notes in there. He hybrid picks. He uses both his fingers and the pick. He adds these distorted kind of power chords in there, all landed perfectly, all in perfect time. And Marcin, just with his hands, using both as percussive on the top and the fretboard of the guitar. And then just the lovely lovely. Just like a almost kind of Western kind of end of the movie kind of vibe, you know? Very pretty. Okay. All right. Short, sweet, to the point, does not seem tremendously like a really intense competition. Both of these guys understand guitar as a visual medium too. They are growing up on YouTube, watching YouTube guitarists. And so they both understand it's not just what you're hearing, it's what you're seeing, it's their performance that is really compelling to you. And they both have really, really different ways of approaching it. So you can see Marcin's just like all attitude, all just kind of flavor, and he's dancing along to the point where he has to like remind himself to not get too far away from the microphones. He's very animated. He's got the big old white hoodie on. He's bopping his head around. He's having a lot of fun. He's in this giant, beautiful, gorgeous wooden recording studio. He's got all the expensive mics all over the place. Okay, so essentially he has created his ideal recording environment, but with Nito we see none of that. We don't see any of his gear. We just hear what he's doing. He's incredibly still, and yet whenever he plays you get such a sense of his dedication, and he makes everything look so simple and basic and easy, and yet it's impossible to play as quickly as he does and as fluidly as he does at such speed. He's one of the most amazing players who's ever played, and they both really represent the future of guitar and YouTube culture. Somebody asked me recently, I did a video about the 20 best guitarists that What's Up Mojo did. And they said you should do your own list of the top 20 guitar players. And I've been thinking about it. I thought, you know what, doing a list of the top 20 guitar players right now would be like doing a list of the all-time greatest composers in 1750. Marcin Patrzalek, Tim Henson, Ichika, Billy Strings. There's so many incredible guitar players coming out right now that are just bursting forth onto the scene, and they're all like 20, and they're all incredibly talented. Like, the future of guitar is it's just exploding now. It's a really exciting time for guitar and different types of guitar players. So when I say you need to practice, I just mean, bro, it's going to be hot out there. There's a lot of different incredible talent, and there's a lot of people who are really fighting to make themselves known in the world. But the question is, who won? If I say Marcin won, then Ichika's people are going to be pissed. If I say Ichika won, then Marcin's people are going to be pissed. And if I say it was a tie, then you're all going to be pissed. So I have to give you my honest answer. Both of these are virtuosic musicians. So in terms of like who's a better tapper, who's better at pinching harmonics, who's better at incredibly quick finger work along the fretboard, this is going to be largely a push. They're both incredibly fast. Melodically, it's a push. They both kind of stay within the melody and don't go too far afield. They aren't trying to do stuff that the other one can't do. But it is a competition, and competitions need winners. And I'll tell you why I think Marcin Patrzalek won this competition. Ichika Nito, I do not believe, is really competing here. I think what he is doing is trying to show off the skill and talent of one of his fellow virtuosic guitar players. I don't think that he is actually competing. I think the competition aspect of this was a very smart marketing, the way to get people to watch, and that they're going to play this song together. Now, Ichika's playing, as always, is beautiful. He has an incredibly sharp, quick style, but very melodic, also very mellifluous and soft and flowing. Marcin looks like a man possessed. He seems like a man who was just given 24 hours to live. And Marcin's playing is more bombastic. It is a little bit more exciting, but there's one thing that really sets it apart. And to me, it is about the sound he gets out of that acoustic. It is very, very difficult to get anything but pinched sound out of an acoustic guitar unless you are live. So to mic it up in that way and to perform within the microphones with obviously the line in he had as well, to me actually created a more enjoyable segment of the video. I liked his more, even though I like them both. I think they're both probably in the realm of equally talented. I don't know if Marcin could play the way that Ichika plays, and I don't know if Ichika could play the way that Marcin plays. I don't know that they should try, but it was clear to me that Marcin really considered every aspect of this video. He wanted to really put out his entire kind of oeuvre of abilities in this song, or it seems like he does. We have classical technique, we have flamenco technique, we have kind of old school funk, we have like video game technique, and Ichika, while a brilliant, brilliant guitar player, I think really set more of a melodic mood for Marcin to erupt through. It seemed to be much more that Ichika's trying to create a platform for this guitar player and friend, possibly, that he admires. So that is my 2 cents. Remember, if you disagree, please do so respectfully. I won't generally take down comments, but sometimes YouTube, especially if there's a lot of curse words in there, will set things aside, especially if you get personal about anybody's stuff. You know, YouTube will be like, hey, we took this comment down. But in general, as long as you're being nice with each other, it's fine. Please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. I do new videos every week on every musical subject under the sun. I do not discriminate. I do not hold back. I do not withhold my expertise.
Certified expert, certified male.
Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.